Hello and welcome back to No Man's Sky, everybody. ElanPaul here with the survival playthrough of Worlds Part 2. Yeah, we're going to play through the whole thing, folks, and we're picking up right where we left off in the last episode. I didn't do anything in the middle, so we're going to go ahead and take off from here. Need to find ourselves a new base. So we got a distress beacon we're going to check out. There are buildings nearby. I do want to find something called... hint, hint, a minor settlement. Minor settlements are great to start your first base at. I do recommend, if you can find one, to do so, because they're very handy. So there's one over here. It looks like that is a... yeah, that's a drop pod again. Can't do anything with that right now. There was another one up here. If we do a scan, it says it was up here, but fortunately it's not showing it to us. Yeah, that looks like a... is that a monolith? Can't tell. Nope. That's just an ancient relic, is what they call that. That could lead to some treasure, and yes, it could lead to some very expensive items that we could use, but we're not going to worry about that. So we're going to head in the direction of this distress beacon. It's only a couple minutes away, and maybe we'll find what we're looking for on the way. Looks like we've got another building in between. Have a landing pad? Yes, it does. Ah, see the sentinels floating around over there on the left? Yeah, that's protected. We don't have the means to get in the building. Well, hey, we do, and we don't. It would take forever, and we'll probably die doing it, so I'm not going to even bother. This building's pretty far away, which means it's probably a landing pad. I doubt it's a minor settlement, but it's probably one of those trading centers, a big trading center with like 7 landing pads at it. So I'm going to keep scanning on the way there, hoping to find what I'm looking for. I don't mind the trading center. Those are pretty good too. They do have a terminal there, but the minor settlements have so much more, and they're so much handier to deal with. You can get recipes there and all kinds of other stuff. Okay. There we go. Okay, yep, it was a landing pad. Ooh, looks like we've got a crashed freighter right there. Please tell me that's not it, though. Okay, it isn't. So I'm going to land here for now. Let's check it out. Do we have anything we can sell? Yeah, the ionized cobalt we can. The feline livers. Yeah, we'll go ahead and sell some stuff. It's nighttime again, so it's going to be cold. So this landing pad is active. There'll be people coming in and going. You'll see the creatures here. It looks like this is a Viking world. Good deal. So we're going to sell first. Let me see here. I don't want to sell the copper. I'll sell the ionized cobalt because we don't need it yet. We got Mordite. We got the feline livers. I'm going to sell those. Those are handy to get rid of. The Mordite I'm going to hang on to, believe it or not. It's actually handier than you think. And I think that'll be it for now. Okay, that's good. Buying. Let's see, these are useless. That's for trading with other systems, and we're not going anywhere yet. We've got microprocessors, unstable plasma, dirty bronze, metal plates. Those are handy. Oh, they got chromatic metal. Not much, only 39, but still, it's a little bit useful to you. It requires 30 to build one of your base computers, so that could come in handy. You got gold and platinum. Useful, but not needed right now. We got launch fuel, but you see how expensive it is. I can buy one. So it's better off making your own. I'll go ahead and grab the chromatic metal because it's here. Alright, good deal. And we can talk to these Viking if we want. Especially the ships that land, if any have landed. That's weird. Where are the ships? There's one. Good grief. And if you scan it when it comes in, you'll see that this is a hauler worth about 12.7 million. Pretty nice little ship. Oh, got a fighter over there. 9.4 million. Don't have anywhere near the ability to buy these things. There's one at 4.9 million for a C-class Explorer. Explorers are good first ships because they can go pretty far as the hyperdrive range is boosted. But finding one for a reasonable price, like 3.4, oh, that's wonderful. I wonder, hold on, I wonder if I have the ability to do that. I'm going to take the tritium out of my ship just in case, because I think my radiant pillar might be worth about the same. Let me find out. So we can offer to trade with them, and they'll have stuff in here. Viking daggers, if you can get one, get it. 64,000 though, unfortunately. Tough to buy because we don't have really the money to do so. So getting one right now is kind of sad. We'll do that another time. But we're going to make an offer on the Lifeform ship. Let's see what much it costs. Ooh, we can do it. We can do it. It only costs 50,000 if I exchange it with my own ship. I hate to get rid of this ship here, but it could come in handy. If I can, I should uninstall the rocket launcher and take it with me, though. So why don't we do that real quick, okay? Real quick. Starship. We're too far away. It's right there. Okay. There we go. Come on, get out of there before he leaves. Whoop, too far. You. I want to buy your ship. Let's see if it changes the price in any way. Nope, didn't change it. Good, 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 good. So he has the pulse engine like I've got, launch thrusters like I've got, a shield like I've got, and a photon cannon, but he's also got an additional shield. It's not much, it's 7%, but it's more than what I've got. I'm going to take the ship. I'd love to keep my radiant pillar, but it's too good of a deal to pass up because... Let me take a look at the ship real quick. Go to the Starship. The hyperdrive range will be further on this ship than it will be on ours. So that is going to be the great thing about it. It's got good maneuverability, decent shield strength. It's a great starter ship to go with. So I'm going to go with this one. And I'm going to install our rocket launcher over here too. Now, good thing about these things here, and it got a little more inventory space too, you'll notice. If you take your shield and put it next to an adjacent thing that's related to it, they both get lines around it indicating they're supporting each other. It gives an extra boost to your shield strength. See, watch what happens. It's not much, but every little bit counts. Okay? That's a little something something for you there. All right, good deal. I am glad about this. This was a good thing to do. Let's go ahead and move our tritium back over. Okay, good. Plus, the best part is, not that. Pulse engine's at 100%, and so is the launch thruster. So we got a little bit of a bonus out of that. Awesome. Okay, very, very happy. I'd love to get a ship like that, but even that B class right there is 9.4 million, that fighter. And that one's 4.8. We wouldn't have been able to afford any of these. So, good deal. Anyway, we've got an unknown building up there. Let me check that out. Any more buildings around here? Let me just take a look real quick. So I've highlighted it to check it out. We're going to take a look at it real quick. Let's fly over it. So here's our new ship. Awesomeness. Alright, it's actually on the bluff up here. Let me see. What is this? Alright, that is a resource depot for Sentinels. If you try to open them up, which we don't have the tools to do so except with our ship, you're going to agonize or antagonize the Sentinels, and they'll be pissed, and they'll come after you. And we don't have the means to fight them. Freighter. Freighter is a good crash site to stop at. We're going to do that. We got our terrain manipulator now, so it can come in handy. So these freighters have cargo containers. Like, for instance, there's one right there. Okay? We're going to go after that in a minute. There's one over there inside, another one over there inside, so that's 3. There's another one here, 4. Another one here, 5, and then a 6th one right there. These cargo containers contain usually pretty ludicrous items. Ludicrous? That's not the right word. Lucrative is the word I'm aiming for. That's hilarious. There we go. And if you dig down, you're going to find it. Okay? Open it. Delete the Fecium. If you want to keep it, you can, because Fecium can come in handy on recipes later on. The viscous fluids, I get rid of. Whatever it opens up, though, move. Get out of the way. I got credits out of that, so that's great. But it unleashes radiation, so we don't want to stay anywhere nearby. Stay with your mining beam and open up some doors. There's one door. And a second door. So we've earned some credits. That's what it's telling us. That's fantastic. Okay, good. Cargo pod. So we're going to take the Fecium out of this one. Get rid of the viscous fluids. They all have the same. Launch fuel. Very handy. Move over here. Let's get this door. I like to go out that door when I come in. So, Fecium. Going to take it. Get rid of the viscous fluids. Watch what happens if I stick around too long. I got nanites out of that. See? See? Got to be careful. Alright, so let's get this one. There's one here. I'll show you down there. There it is right there. So we've got to clear out the ground. Okay, and there's a way into it from the top. Okay? If I can get there. Hold on. There we go. Just busted it open. It's over here. And there's your container right there. Okay. And wrong button. There we go. More VCM. And get rid of the viscous fluids. Get away, get away, get away. Antimatter. That's handy. Okay. Now, if you get close enough, there's a container down here, right? It's right there. Just get close enough, you don't have to dig sometimes. And viscous fluids. Okay. Ooh, more antimatter. Very nice. Okay. We have one more container. It's all the way over here. Got thrown asunder. There you go, right there. Careful. Remember, these animals like to attack. Okay. And if you're attacking the animals while there's a sentinel around, just a fair warning. Sentinels don't take too kindly to that either. Let me see. Can I get to the front of this? There it is. Okay, open it up. Same thing. CM, delete this. And we're out. What did it give us? More launch fuel. Alright, now sometimes it'll give us better items that are worth a lot more, but for us in early game, let me tell you something. This is very handy materials to be getting. Let me show you. So the antimatter can be used to make hyperdrive fuel. So very, very handy to have. There's our Starship launch fuel. You know what it takes to make one of those. So that's great to have as well. So I'm going to keep that. We're going to sell that. There's our refiner. Just moving things around to get clear. I'm going to hang on to the Fecium. I know it's poop. And actually, we can put stuff into our inventory that we're not using right now. I'm hitting the X, and then Starship is automatically, so we hit X again, and it moves it over to Starship. Same thing with that. We don't need that over here. Keep that on you. Okay, looks good. I'm going to keep the copper on me as well. All right, good. So let's take off from here. Again, we're on a landing pad, so we don't have to use our launch thrusters. And we're getting closer and closer to this distress beacon. Now, we did get a new ship here, so we'll see what kind of ship this is. Maybe it'll turn out to be something even equally as useful, or even more so. Though buildings here are called a shelter, so that's really not going to help us any. Okay, let's head over to the ship. Okay, just ignore that. So it takes us about another minute to get there. We'll keep scanning on the way and see if we can find another building. Okay, another scan. Looks like we got another building right here. Close to the water, probably going to be pretty useless to us. Yeah, that's just like a little campsite. That's all that is. Another building right there. Anytime it's close to water, though, it could cause problems. So, ooh, guess what? That is what I'm looking for. That is called a minor settlement. Let's go ahead and land here, and we'll check out the distress signal here in just a minute. Look at this. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's a bi-level. So we use the landing pad for ourselves. Half the building's in the rock, so that's pretty wild. No, not really. So why do I like this place? Let me show you. Alright, first of all, we've got a Vy'keen guy over there. It's got some extra nanites, or that's a specimen. The plants sometimes contain stuff. Now, we do have a weapons terminal here. Looks like it's got a weapon that is similar to my own, which sucks. But it's got a bolt caster. How much does it cost? 86,000. Let me think here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got 12. It says 13. Did I miscount? Yes, I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 spots available. Mine has 8. Okay? So what's the difference between the two? Mine is terrain manipulator. They don't. But they already have an analysis visor and scanner. They've already got the mining beam, which I've got. But they've also got a bolt caster. That's our first weapon and weapon of choice for ourselves. The only thing it doesn't have is terrain manipulator. So I'd like to get this. I can't buy it. I don't quite have enough money. But you know what? It's not going anywhere. I'd like to buy it outright, to be honest with you. I don't want to just trade it out. So I'm going to pick some stuff up on the way here. Got some navigation data. That's going to be in the form of nanites. More nanites over here. Okay, good. I got to get those 3 more animals under the water. Let's check out the trade terminal real quick, and we'll talk to that guy in a minute. Let's see. So we need 108,000, right? So we need, what, about 20,000 more? Let's get rid of that. Let's see. What else can we sell? How about we get rid of the salvage data for now? We could really do need it, but I'm going to get rid of it for now, okay? It's going to give us 100,000. It's very handy to do. I could have hang on to one, but it's not important. All right, so we got 192,000. What do they have that we can buy, just out of curiosity? Usual accoutrement of stuff. Pure ferrite and starship launch fuel, same thing. Hydraulic wires, good thing. And pugnium. Pugnium could come in handy later on. So this is going to be a pretty decent place to have. Best part is you've also got this dude down here you can talk to, technology merchant. He's got 2 items in here you can take a look at, the purchase components and the purchase blueprints. Blueprints are handy. You can't get them all because some of them you need a requirement. You do need nanites to buy any of these, as you can see. I'd love to get a hazard protection unit or 2, but I need to be Viking rank 3 in order to buy those, and they're not going to help me right now. So, and these are just off limits completely. I already know these. Oxygen recycler is very handy. I can build one of those right now, and I keep getting yelled at that I keep forgetting about it. Now, I would buy some of these things right now, except that, and I will get the barrel ionizer. I could really use that. That goes with the bulkcaster. Let's go ahead and buy that. Now, here's the thing. You're going to get a lot of these in the course of the story, so stick to the story. Don't get them right now. Don't cheat in advance. But the barrel ionizer is not something they're going to give you, so I'm going to keep that. Now, that's just a technology recorded. It isn't a technology that I can install. So I'm going to go into my multi-tool now that I have the money, and I need to either uninstall this and move it into the new multi-tool, which means I have to charge it up, or I can just dismantle it, which will require another carbon nanotube. So I'm going to do that. See, we got those, but we'll need one more of these, so I'm going to make one. And then what we do is when we go and trade out the multi-tool, because I don't need this one anymore, and trust me, you're probably wondering, well, hang on to it, hang on to it. No, I'm not going to hang on to it, and I have a reason for that. The reason is I'm going to get other multi-tools as we go. And I'm going to get one, I'm going to use this one as my garbage multi-tool that I'll be using when we need it. Let's put it that way. So we're going to buy it outright. I'd rather do that. We'll hang on to this for now, but I'd rather exchange it if I can, just to keep the inventory open. So let's do the exchange. I know I could have done it before, but I can do it now. I really gave a lot of thought to this. So we got it now. It's exchanged. And we're going to build in this multi-tool our terrain manipulator. The best part is, once you rebuild it, it's fully charged. And there you go. So now we have a mining beam. We're going to stick that over here. We can also make a barrel ionizer. It requires 4 glass and a wiring loom. I'm going to go ahead and do the installation right now, but I don't have a wiring loom, and I need 4 glass. And I'm going to show you how to get the glass. Wiring loom is tougher to get. You have to buy them normally. Sometimes they're in trade terminals, but most of the time you can get it from this guy. Remember I said he has a second menu? Let's check it out now. Purchase components, and you see he's got wiring looms. He doesn't carry a whole lot of them, and they will resupply over time, but you can get one right now for 87,000, and we do need it. So let's get it. You notice it kind of blanked out everything. But now we have that, and you have other components. I can get exosuit upgrade charts that'll show me where drop pods are, and we can buy glass if we want. I'm going to go ahead and get the 2 he's got, and I just need 2 more. But there we go. So I know this is a pretty decent place to go. We need to make 2 more glass. So I'm going to go out the side door here. I'm going to open up my terrain manipulator, right? And we're just going to dig into the side of the hill here real quick. Yeah, I know. I made money. Congratulations. Yay to me. Okay, I'm just going to dig some of this silicate powder out. I think you'll need about 100, I think. I could be wrong. Salt. Where'd the salt come from? I don't want to know. Alright, so we got that. Let's go back to our ship area. Here we go. We're going to put down our refiner and fuel it just a little bit. We don't need much. That silicate powder we got, there it is. I need just 2 more glass. It can make 2 for us. It takes 18 seconds to make those 2, and then we should be ready to go. Now, why did I do that? Because our bowcaster by itself has a good amount of damage, 1347. It's not bad. I don't need the salt. I'm going to get rid of it. But this is almost done. There we go. So now I got 4 glass and that 1 wiring loom. So let's go in here. We can now put that in. Now look at my damage potential, 1347. It stays the same, but one thing that this does here is it gives us 1 extra shot per burst. It reduces the recoil of the gun by 31% and gives a burst cooldown of 6%. So very handy to have this. This is a very good thing to have next to your boltcaster. Now, boltcasters use ammunition. We don't have any. To get some, we have to make it, and it's made out of 50 ferrite. It gives us 1250 to start with. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to actually do it a second time. Yeah, 2500. That's pretty good. And there's a boltcaster. Then reload. There we go. So that's how that works. So now we got a busted up ship over there, and it looks like it's 22 minutes away on foot, but we do want to check it out by other means. I'm going to put our base computer down. I'd like to have a base here near this thing, so I'm going to put it right down here in the corner. Now, unfortunately, every time you come back here, it will not land your ship on the landing pad, but that's okay. We'll make one later on. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archive search reveals no prior claims on the site. Sonar test confirms site is suitable for construction. Claim the site? Yes, indeed. And we do a pullback automatically. Now, I could have kept looking for a better location or something like that, but for a first base, this is going to work fine for us. We will make a new base later on. But for now, computer archives. Accessing log from previous user. Entry 4925D follows. Storm sweeping across, but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans while need to back soon. Extract the plans. And the plans are, looks like, things to build a shelter with. Okay, so we want to do that. We want to do it soon. Why? Because we're about to get another storm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a 4 square. Doesn't have to be big. And you notice it's using elements, like in this case carbon. It says I can build 9 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why not? 7. Okay, and then one more. We want to do a door. That takes pure ferrite. Is my portable refiner we got to put down. I need pure ferrite of 10. Let me just... Where's the ferrite? There we go. And I only need... I only need 10, and the storm's going to hurt me soon if I don't get this done quickly. There we go. Let's make the door. There it is. Right there. And we need to make roofing. This will be fine. Looks like it takes ferrite dust to do that. Now if I hit the B button, I can pop right up. Or pieces of roof. I'm short by 9 carbon. Hold on. I got an idea. Is that enough? I stepped out of the way, so I don't know how much carbon we got. Can we make it? Nope, we need 3 more carbon. Go figure. This is why I see to always get as much carbon as you can. Okay, what do we have? That's on our boltcaster. Let's go switch over to our mining beam. Go look for some carbon real quick. Just real fast. Look for a plant that we can harvest. No. Let's get the cactus. Very hot out here. 200 degrees. I need a little extra because I'm going to need some later. Alright, that should be good. Plants have a decent amount of carbon in it. Okay, let's put the roof in. If I can back up far enough, I can't. There we go. Got it. We're done. So we now have a shelter. We're indoors. We're in good shape, right? Alright. Excellent. The log is updated. So we can go back out there in the middle of the storm and talk to it. Another thing you can do is you can pick up your base computer, carry it in, drop it inside, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. And he's facing the wrong way. Sorry, gotta fix it. Close enough. All right, let's see what it has to say. Accessing log from previous user. Our additional archives recovered. Good. 4925E follows. Construction largely a success. Recovered salvage data from nearby plans log. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Beginning search. Extract plans. Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans, and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. So we got something called a construction research unit requiring magnetized ferrite of 20 and an additional carbon nanotube. Okay, and we'll be making that here in just a moment. So we got to do all that. In the meantime, we've got to get a thing called buried technology. And you notice we had gotten some earlier. We do need more. So I'm going to switch back over to my boltcaster. We're going to take our ship and go search out that distress beacon and see what it's all about. Now that we have a base here, we can always come back. Do a quick scan, and we're going to look for other buildings on the way, just because it's a smart thing to do. Let's see, that looks like a little campsite. Okay. Got to be there in 20 seconds. Sometimes when you do the scans, you've noticed that not all the buildings show up. So you got to use your eyes too, folks. Use your eyes too. All right. There's an unknown building. Looks like another one of those campsites, right? Yes, it is. Okay. How far? 8 seconds. Maybe it'll be something nice. I don't know. Maybe not. Might even be the same ship. Looks like a shuttle. Alright, and we got a little round ball next to it, which means this is actually a crashed ship that nobody survived. So there it is, in all its glory. Hammer of Fire, it's called. Let's check out the round ball over here. The cockpit is adorned with the trophies of dead creatures perched on every available surface. At the controls sits a tendrilled hunter, its body and face lacerated. The dank smell of blood assails my nostrils as I fight back the nausea. The black box reveals the pilot was attacked by something whilst in flight, but it's unclear what. I could strengthen the warning beacon in the cockpit, but it would leave me vulnerable to attack. So do I send out a warning signal, or do I search the ship for signs of life? I'm going to send out a warning signal. It usually works out pretty well. Let me see what happens. An unknown benefactor sends a reward for my actions. I can now construct a tech that once powered this standard craft. Here we go. Looks like we got our first piece of technology that we can build for our ship called a teleport receiver. Made with, you guessed it, antimatter and 3 wiring looms. So that comes in handy when you put that in your ship, and it helps you to be able to access the ship inventory from a greater distance. While we're here, let's check out everything we can. Alright, let's see what we get. Sodium nitrate. Sodium. Looks like quite a bit, so both of those contained it. Ah, we got a new Viking rank. That's cool. Rank 2 of 9. And a microprocessor. Microprocessor handy. Hang on to those. Now, you remember there's some buried tech here, so let's grab it. And you'll usually only get 2 for a little while. Later on, you'll be getting 3 and 4. So 2 of them we got. So we need more of that technology, but let's see what the ship has to offer us, shall we? It is a B-class ship. Now, it definitely has more storage space. The problem is there's a lot damaged in this, and it's going to require a lot of items that we can't get. Like, we can get the platinum, we know that. Chlorine maybe from the water. Pugnium, you saw it over there. Paraffinium is not available here. Wiring looms, gold, pure ferrite, activated copper from bad systems. Dioxide we do not have. So it would require quite a bit to repair this whole ship, as you can see. But you know what? Maybe it's worth it. It is a B-class. It is a decent ship, and it's got a lot of space in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare it. We're going to claim it, because we have 2 ships. We're not going to exchange it, because otherwise it would leave us stranded. And this is already repaired, so I just need to repair the hermetic seal and metal plate. Can I make both? I can. I'm going to make one of each. And we'll repair this. This will make it flight-worthy, even though the shield is not ready. Look right here. But I think I'm going to repair this ship up little by little. So I'll pull it into different places and be able to do stuff with it. Oh, we can repair the shields. I think we should do that. Good. Now it's got a shield as well. The guns can't be repaired. That's okay. But that gives us a little something to work with. Alright, good. But we're not going to fly it back. I'm going to fly this one back. And we will just leave this here for now. We can recall it anytime we want. Alright, and our launch thrusters are down to 85. Now, another good thing about the Explorer class is launch thrusters are very efficient. So if we take a look at our radar up above, you'll notice that we've got our cardinal points, but you can also see we can see our base. So we can head back there anytime we want. So let's head back there, we'll land, and we'll take a look around for some buried technology. What was that? Did I just pass over something? Sure did. Look at that. Okay, that is an ancient structure. If you access it, it can help you learn words or find you some buried treasure somewhere. Yes, it could come in handy and we could make a lot of money doing that. Why don't we do that? Let me see if my my flying skills are like today. Awesome. That's what they are. Good deal. Alright, the imprint of an ancient civilization was once absorbed by the strange marker. The story of the Viking somehow spills out in the language of my own people. And we're going to seek knowledge of the past here. It usually tells a story after that, but again, the stories are all glitched out for some reason. I'm sure it'll be fixed sometime this week. Historical data revealed. That is going to be the buried treasure. And let's see, where is that? Is that pretty close? Yeah, actually. A little bit further. It's twice as far as my base, but that's definitely within range. How's our launch thrusters doing? 70%? It's worth it. I think it's worth it, personally. Let's go ahead and head over that way. Let's see what we got. Now, I could scan on the way back, but most likely we'll just find all the buildings we've already found. 12 seconds to our outpost, and 42 or 40 to our treasure. Let's continue on to the treasure. We'll come back to our base here in just a couple minutes. We have the access space for it, right? Yes. Good. I want to gather up as much of that salvage data as we can get our hands on. Now, these ancient ruins are really, really cool. For one reason, besides getting a buried treasure, which by itself is pretty decent, it can be worth anywhere from a couple $100,000 to sometimes 1 to 2 million, depending upon what kind of a treasure you find. But the second great reason for these things is that this area is protected from outside influence. So in other words, let me show you. Remember how cold it is out at night normally? It says negative 77. Do you see the cold bar dropping? No, because we are protected here. Now if I get a little ways outside of it, watch. There it is. See, it's dropping. I go back in. There it goes. Back the other way. So these are really handy, and you're thinking to yourself, why don't you build a base here? Well, the convenience. It's really what it boils down to. Now, I happen to know where all the keys are, so let me just show you something here. Right next to this arch here, if you go straight down from it, is where you're going to find something called a large artifact crate. To get access to said crate, you need 3 keys, ancient keys, as it says there on the description. And we need those 3 keys. There's always one here, at the end of the... Here, let me turn on my light. Oh, that didn't help at all, did it? There you go. Go back to our terrain manipulator. Okay, good. So this is, you'll find 3 of these. So there's one here. See this building here? Go down below it right here. There's a second one right there. Gotta go to a larger setting. There you go. There's the second one. And you see this path here? Don't grab that ball, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Follow this down. You'll notice that it breaks and goes off to the right. Go to the right. Down a little further. Oh, this one you can't access. Yeah, there it is. It's normally right there. But this is bedrock. This is what this is called. But we can get it, fortunately. We're within range. If you take this Gravitino ball, and they're worth quite a bit, you will anger the Sentinels, and they'll come after you. It's not something we want to do right now. Maybe I will just to show you what happens, and you notice I'm outside the range of that bubble. But now that we're in it, we're good. So I got 3 keys now. I'm going to drop down here. 1, 2, 3. And we got something really good. A 2,000-year-old fossil. Fantastic. Can't wait to see what it's worth. I'm thinking well over $1 million. Excellent. 1.1 million is what it's worth. That is awesome and definitely worth our time. It was definitely worth our time. Alright, so, want to see what happens when we take one of those things? Let me switch over to the boltcaster. See that guy over there? Yeah, he's about to get pissed off at us. So I'll show you what happens when we pick up one. Ready? See? He turned red. But, not just him. Take a look around. We'll have to shoot him. You look over here, he brought friends. Now the triangle unit is called the call-in unit, and he will summon, or summoner. If you don't take him out soon, he'll summon more of these guys to come. That is the healer, as you can see. We're being stopped by the wall there. There we go. And you want to take them out. Okay, there's another healer. And you see over here we have this guy. He's shooting at us. These guys will shoot at us too. And I'm going to take a few of these out. Now we're going to get certain things like this little ball here. Very handy, right? And it looks like this guy's going to keep shooting at us. Whoops. Whoops, 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 whoops. Get on the other side of this so he can't hit us. Okay. So we need to take him out, but it's going to be difficult. Whoop. Yeah, he's got us. If you break these, it'll increase your shield again. See, he can also cloak himself. I need to turn off that light. It's annoying. Oop. Crap. Okay, there we go. Haha. Can't hit me. Alright, we're gonna do the fight from the other side of the ship. And our life support power is getting a little low. Where'd he go? Oop. Oop. Use the ship for protection. And he will charge you. But if you can take him out... Got him. Alright, good. Then we're going to charge ourselves up. Now, the Sentinel reinforcements are always going to come out in front of you, wherever you're facing. So go this way a little ways, and we're going to run away from these guys this time. I'm not going to take on the whole fleet, because they got a mech that's going to drop. So see they're there? Just run away. 45 seconds is all we need to do. As long as they're searching, as once it gets down to 0, they'll stop. Try not to let your run juice run out, because you're going to need to run a little bit more. Ooh, oxygen. Do not try to pick up any plants or harvest anything. You can pick up plants, but do not try to harvest anything as far as with your laser, because every time you do, it resets the clock. Now we got someone trying to attack us. We want to get away from him, so use your jetpack. Don't want to take him on right now. These blow-up plants are great for getting oxygen from those. But we found another one. Oh, life support's low. Fortunately, we have oxygen. And see, deactivated. So now we can head back to our ship. And he was getting pretty close, wasn't he? And they won't reactivate, so you're in good shape. Alright, so what did we get? An accomplishment. Destroyed Sentinels 5. Probably, yeah, that's pretty much all there will be. Now, one of the benefits about getting them is you get one of these salvage glass things, and if you open it up, sometimes you'll get an upgrade, sometimes you'll get a piece of devices, sometimes you'll get nanites. Let's see what we get. We got a Viking effigy in this case, so we got something that we could sell, but it's not really worth a lot. So, anyway, what's the Graptino ball worth? 40,000. Nice, huh? There is one more you can pick up around here, but I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, so we've got what we needed here. Let's get out. Where's our base at? I don't really recall. There we go, that way. I'm going to do a quick scan, just make sure there's no buildings in between. And we really kind of need to drop into some water and search for those 3 fish. But I think we ought to drop into an ocean instead. So we'll go a little further with that. Maybe we'll hit that on the next episode. Alright, let's head back to our base. We're going to sell some stuff. As you saw, we got our first Sentinel battle. It can be a little harrowing, especially when you're new to the game and your character is new. And plus we're in survival mode, so that makes it a little bit even tougher at this point. But still cool. Alright, down we go. Let's land on the landing pad. That way we don't use any launch fuel next time we take off. And we're going to sell this stuff inside. So let me go inside. Except for the salvage data, we're going to sell the things we've got. And that ought to get us in good stance. Let me see here. Good steading, if you will. That's the word I was looking for. So Viking effigy, we don't need it. Microprocessor, we're going to hang on to that. Pugnium we'll hang on to, but here it is. 1.1 million. Look at that. It's not giving us a plus or minus on it, so it's giving us full value. Watch that. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Quad servos, I haven't found any use for them other than to sell them. You can probably turn them into nanites or something, but for now, I'm going to get rid of mine and sell it for the 20,000 it's worth. And I think that's it for now. Oh, Gravitino Ball. Again, we don't need them right now, so let's go ahead and get rid of it. And there we go. 1.2 million is what we have in our credits. Isn't that awesome? I love that. And we ought to be getting some updates from the achievements side of things. You know, we never did talk to that dude. Let me see what he has to say. The warrior's nostrils flare as I approach. They inhale deeply, tasting the desert air that has followed me in to this once sterile facility. They bark out what could be a warning. I hurriedly mime that I'm peaceful and know little of their kind or language. They bark out what could be a warning. Now I got to figure out what they want. At this point, it should go into the next section pointing at something on my multi-tool that needs to be charged, which is usually the mining laser. It could either be the mining laser or the gun, unfortunately. So we're taking a chance here that we're going to need either ferrite dust or carbon. The ferrite dust we can only make ammunition with, so using that is not going to work. Let's use the carbon. I think the carbon will be the answer. He's happy. The warrior grunts in satisfaction, impressed by both my gift and my understanding. They teach me several new words of their language. So that's all we get from him. It's just a few extra words. We got the word for interloper, Viking, and we're all set there. That's good, but the next time we run into one of these guys, he may give us a whole multi-tool. That would be pretty cool. So it's good to do that kind of interaction with your NPCs. There it is. Investor, 1.143 million. What an achievement. All right, so here we are. We're back. We need to construct a research unit, and we need resources, so let's go ahead and do it. I'm sure we need some more ferrite, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it while we're here. That didn't give us a lot at all, did it? I'm going to get the carbon anyway, because we do need it. If you're wondering why it says analyze, if you look at this, you'll see it says it has a secondary element, and if you scan it, it'll tell you that the secondary element in this case is oxygen. So when you get it, you get the carbon, as you can see, and you get a little bit of oxygen for every time that you take out one of these things. And you can see he just loves when you screw around with that too. Isn't that great? Alright, let's get over here and check out some rocks of some sort. Can we get that? Oh, that is carbon. I'll go ahead and do that. That one doesn't have a secondary element, so we're just going to go ahead and take it. Oh, we got sticky honey from that one. Okay, interesting. I like these carbons because they give us a lot more carbon. These plants, I should say. And we do need some ferrite. As well as the dihydrogen. I saw the field over here and I was like, ooh, I gotta take that. That's a pretty decent sized field. Good. We got a crystal fragment. That'll just turn into more dihydrogen. Occasionally, those crystal fragments turn into other things, but normally they give you more dihydrogen. Early game, that's best. Alright, I think we got everything there. Where? And there's another plant over there. Let me head over that way. See the plants? How many do we have? Looks like just 2 of them. Okay. So they have the little gas balls on either side of them, these little gas sacks, gassy pods. They give you gas. They give you oxygen, but back away. Let them explode, and then go back in and take the rest. There we go. Got it all, right? All right. Take out the sodium, and now take out the plants. So we already got 100 oxygen. And these guys ought to give us a little bit more. There we go. Good. Got about 20 more out of them. Excellent. That was handy. Alright, and I need to get inside before my hazard protection drops. I don't feel like using a battery right now. Here we go. We'll just go in our own building. There we go. Good deal. How much did we end up with? Oh, we got plenty of ferrite. Let me see. So we have 111, 129. Okay, not bad. That's handy. This is for life support. Gives us 20 more. So we'll be using that in just a little bit. So it wants us to make some magnetized ferrite. We need to put our portable refiner down. Let me drop that down over here. Okay, and magnetized ferrite is made out of ferrite, as you might imagine. I'm going to put in... Let's put in half of this. You hit the C button when you pick it up. It'll divide it in half. Cut it in half, if you will. Let's see. Where is our ferrite? There it is. That's 25. There you go. I'm going to take half of that. So how much do we need? Let's before we get started. It takes 20. So we need to do... Whoops, wrong button. We need to do 40 pure ferrite. Let's get all the way down here. So I can adjust this down if I wish. Or I could have stopped it at 40 when it got there. So just let it get up to 40. Why 40? Ferrite dust into pure ferrite is 1-to-1, as you can see on the left-hand side there. But for pure ferrite to turn into magnetized, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So that's only going to give us 20. So, but we do need 20, so let's go ahead and get it. I don't like to get extra unless I know I'm going to need it, and we will need it later on when our inventory is bigger. We can worry about that. But right now, we have limited inventory. I'm not going to mess with that. Okay. So, in order to build the construction unit, we also need a carbon nanotube. So let's go over here, make one. We still have a little bit of carbon left, running low. And now we can make our construction unit. And I usually just stick them in the corner. Right there. We're inside. I'm not going to worry about it. So spend the salvage data at construction research unit. We've only got a little bit of salvage data. We do need more. So buildable technology. This is the stuff we need to get. So what I really like to get is probably this. And we do need some other things. Okay, so we've got this. It requires sodium to build it now. Fascinating. I knew metal plates and carbon nanotubes, but I thought it required something else besides sodium. Oh, yes, I know what it required. Used to require microprocessors. Interesting. They've changed the recipe. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So we are done there. Good deal. So our base can be renamed. Let's go ahead and do that. We're not going to build anything just yet. And we're going to name this the pre-base. Pre-base EP. For ElanPaul. There we go. And we're all set. So we got ourselves some decent stuff. We do need to fix that ship up and try to start doing repairs on it. I don't know if I want to use it or I want to sell it. I think actually selling it might be better. But we need to make some other stuff. I do need to get some buried tech. We have a couple other things we need to get. Let me show you something real quick. Alright, so I need to get some biofuel reactor, and we'll need the wire. So we just need one more buried technology to get what we need, and then we're all done. And we'll get the rest of this stuff later if we need it. And over here is some building technology for building the buildings and building buildings. Stone structures, alloy structures, back to the core habitation tech. Okay, so we need at least one more buried tech. And if you look through your visor, what you're looking for is something that looks like an internet signal. Buried technology, that's it right there. See? Looks like that. Okay? That's what we're looking for. But that buried cache right next to it is actually going to be handy. It's a 2-for-1 over there. There is a storm going on. Let's see if we can brave it for just a moment and check it out. Dropping fast. Now, if you don't feel like going through this, switch over to your terrain manipulator, leave it on default setting, and you can dig yourself a tunnel. Look at that. Temperature level stabilized. They won't go back up, but comes in handy. You want to stay under? Stay under. Good deal. And we're just going to head that direction now. Looks like we're heading for the water. I thought floating in the water would help, but I guess not. Alright. Was wondering about that. Learned something new. Yep, so the storm's over. We can just head back. We pass it? Oh, we did. Except we got somebody attacking us again. Let's see how the gun does. Alright. Well, we're going to have to pick these up above ground. So there's a technology module, and there's our buried cache. And now we're going to leave. Hi, guys. Pardon me. Leaving. Where's our ship at? That way. Okay. So we're not going to mess with those guys this time. So that thing that we just picked up, let me see what it is. It gave us nanites, as you can see. Good deal. Almost done. Alright, they're stopped. Good, so we're safe. There we go. And in we go. Okay, so we got a couple more. So we just need to get the biofuel, right? And we're going to get the wire. The wire doesn't cost anything. They give that to you for free. Don't get anything else. There's no reason for it. You can get a save beacon later on, but they'll give it to you. So, all right, so it's telling us to craft 4 metal plates. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And what else? Nanotubes. Okay, so we need more carbon. All right, let's get more carbon. There we go. I'm stepping a little further away, so that way the nanites. The sentinels don't bug me. I thought I scanned that. Oxygen, okay. So we need a little more carbon, and then the sentinels won't be bugging me because I'm pretty far away from them right now. Oops, ferrite dust. We don't need as much. Okay. How are we doing over here? Yeah, I'll take it. What the heck? Here in front of the carbon anyway. Alright, how we doing? 200 carbon. I think we got enough. Okay, and we just need to make those carbon nanotubes. 1. I think we make 2, right? 2, yes. Okay. And we can now construct it because we just needed the other stuff, the sodium. So now we can put it right here. Boink. And it says it requires power. So if we go back in here to the power module area, we're going to put a biofuel reactor down, except we need 1 more metal plate to do that. So let's make that. There we go. Running low on that ferrite already, huh? Alright, so we're going to put that in here. A little bit of oxygen to make that. And we're running an electrical wire from this point to that point, right? But it shows red because we don't have any power yet. Why? That's not fueled. Why? Because if we go inside, it requires fuel. Now, even if it doesn't have any fuel, and I'm just going to put a little bit of carbon in right now, 10 hours, right? Even if it doesn't have any fuel, you can always teleport back to this base regardless. You just have to put more fuel in to get back out. That's all. So now we can come back and forth at leisure from here to the space station or any other system that we want. So we now have a base teleport module. All set. Ready to go. So good deal. I think that takes care of that mission, and looks like we have one more thing to do. So let's go ahead and talk to the base computer. Accessing log from previous unit. Additional archives recovered. Entry 4925F follows. Scanner detected unusual broadcasts, repeating 16 from the space station. Warning. End of archive. Records interrupted. The base computer archives have reached their end. It seems there is nothing more I will learn from them. My predecessor appears to have left their base and headed to the space station. Okay, and that's where we're headed next. We're going to head up to that space station, and I keep thinking about that ship that we got, and I think we're going to go ahead and sell it. I think, the resources that we can get from it will probably be worth more than trying to fix the crap out of that thing. So we're going to head up to the space station now, and I think we're going to end our episode there. We'll see how much money we can get for that ship, too. Alright, we are in space. Aim for the space station. And even though it's on the other side of the planet, if you highlight it and aim for it, it should follow the curve of the planet and then head you straight at the space station. Good deal. Look at that. Plus, it's pretty close by. That's great. In we go. And there we are. Ooh, purple. Look at that. Purple. Go ahead and say it. Purple haze. And purple highlighting as well. Trim, everything is purple in here. Awesome. I love it. I absolutely love this. This is great. Space stations are fantastic places to get all kinds of neat stuff. From charts to upgrades for your ship and exocraft. Terminals to sell stuff at. Do we have anything we can sell right now? Nah, not really. We could use that. Let me go ahead and eat that real quick. So we've got a decent amount of stuff in our inventory, but the thing we need to do is we need to get rid of that other ship, remember? So if I do this, I go to summon vehicles and switch dock to ship, we can pull in Hammer of Fire, right? There's nothing in Hammer of Fire, but one thing we can do is you can uninstall anything that's broken, like this and this. What'd we get? A wiring loom. Very handy. Some more sodium, some sodium nitrate, some chromatic metal, and yes, pure ferrite. Is there anything else that we can uninstall? Probably not. Nope. None of this can be uninstalled. Okay, so we're all set. So we've got some nice items out of it. Do we have room in our inventory? Not really. Let's get rid of the Mordite. Let's sell a couple things. We don't just want to get rid of it. Hold on. Let's get rid of the feline liver, the salt, because they're taking up space. We don't really need the pure ferrite. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. Let's see. I need to make room for when we trade in the ship. It'll give us some items that we need to get to. Okay. I think that's good for now. I think we have enough room. It'll give us some items that are going to fill up some of our inventory. So I want to make sure we have the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more spots available. Okay, it's close. We have money right now. One thing we can do real quick before we do anything with this ship is we can hit the exosuit terminal here and upgrade our exosuit. We'll get a free upgrade out of it. And I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to put it right in this hole in the center that ticks me off every time. There we go. So now we have our exosuit is upgraded. So we have a 7th spot. We go to this terminal here, and we're going to sell the ship. Upgrade starship begins salvage analysis, number 3. It's going to claim the ship is worth $2.8 million. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and grab that. It's going to just making sure. Are you sure about this? Yes, absolutely. There we go. You look at your inventory. We got a couple of upgrades, some B-class upgrades from it. We got something worth, subatomic regulators worth $2.8 million that we can sell. We got a storage augmentation. That's awesome. So if you go back in here, see our other ship is showing now? We go back in here, we can upgrade our starship by using a augmentation. And where do we want to put it? Do we want to put it up here? Or do we want to put it down here? I think up here would be best. They think there might be a upgraded slot right here. Is this a B? No, this is a C-class. But still, the technology slots are going to be very handy, and they're always harder to come by. So let me put it up here to even these out, and then we'll fill these in later. So I'm going to put it there. Excellent. And there we go. Extra spot in there, and I can put my shields over there right next to each other to keep that occupied. Excellent. That looks really, really good. Oh, we have feline livers in there. I didn't know that. Actually, let's hang on to that. So now we need to sell those. We're going to put these in our starship, and we're going to go ahead and upgrade our starship. So we're going to get extra shields. 196. Nice. 14%. And we're going to get a pulse engine upgrade. So it'll make it a little more efficient. And you notice our maneuverability went up too. So what did that give us? 14% boost and 10% maneuverability. Excellent. So that's going to help this out a lot and get us places a little bit quicker. All right, great. And we're going to sell that one last item. Right here. Subatomic regulators. There you go. Look at that. 4 million. Got plenty of money now. Doing good. Alright, so what do we got here? We got some fighters that came in. We are in a good position right now to get things done. So we're going to pick things up over here after this. I got to talk to some life forms. I'm going to talk to them in our next episode. And I hope you've enjoyed this so far. Please hit the like button. Hit subscribe if you like what you've been seeing. Yes, we've hit another journey milestone. We're a magnate. Okay, we achieved the maximum on that. Fantastic. Alright, and folks, again, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again in the next episode. Take care, everybody.